Hey guys, what's up? This is Blaze the Movie Film with you yet again, and I have done several commentaries. I did several on the Irategamer, I did 2 commentaries on NC-17. I have also done positive commentaries on a few Pokemon series. And I have even done commentaries on TV shows. Today I will be returning yet again to the Irategamer. This time I am going to talk about his Predator review. Now I decided to play the game beforehand before I do this commentary. And my thoughts on it, well, the game is okay. Of course I am talking about the emulator version where I can use save states. But I would imagine that the actual game without save states on an ordinary NES would be frustrating as hell. I will be explaining my thoughts on it while doing this commentary. So without further ado, let's start this thing. Okay guys, first things first. What's the point of this disclaimer? Now I will admit that I used to use disclaimers a lot in my videos. In fact, I used to put disclaimers in almost all of my videos warning people that they contain strong language. But I stopped doing that. Wanna know why? Because having disclaimers like that is pointless. I mean, this is fucking YouTube. So you should expect to see strong language in the videos. So I think that putting out disclaimers in the warning people of strong language is just pointless. I will admit it kinda makes me a hypocrite for nitpicking this, since I used to use disclaimers a lot in my videos. But I just realized how pointless it is to put disclaimers in your videos. Hence the reason why I stopped doing it. Who the fuck are you trying to fool? I mean seriously, Chris, you're not fooling anyone. Do you take us for fools? It's so fucking obvious that this isn't a jungle. Those are just plants in your room. Everyone can easily see that, and it's so obvious. Chris, why couldn't you just go outside and go to an actual jungle? Or if you couldn't do that, you could have at least use your green screen to make the jungle look more real. I mean, you do have a green screen, I know you do. You could have just usually used that to pretend to be in the jungle instead. You could have used leaves for the trees. But I guess Chris Bors is just too lazy for that.
Turning a Hollywood movie into a video game always spells disaster.
Okay, I am not going to refute that since I'm not an actual gamer, but people have pointed out that there are some good video game adaptations out there. Yeah. But I know for a fact that most video games based on a movie do suck. Yeah, there are a few good ones out there, but most of them suck. So, yeah.
And Predator for the NES is no exception. This game just isn't bad, it's more like a shit taco with cow urine for a dipping sauce.
Again with the random unfunny food references. Wow. That was painfully unfunny.
Once the game begins, you take control of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Hey, Chris. You have something called the internet. You could have easily just used the internet to look up the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. Let me tell you something, Chris. When I make my movie reviews and want to mention a name of an actor or a character in a movie, I always look it up. It's not that hard, Chris. Next time, actually say the name of the character. If you don't know the name, it's simple, just look it up.
And oddly enough, the only thing you have to defend yourself in this dangerous jungle are your fists.
That's not true. There is a gun you can pick up at the very beginning of the level.
Now instead of the game equipping your character with a weapon, Arnold is reduced to walking into enemy territory with only his bare hands to defend himself.
Again, there is a fucking gun at the beginning of the level.
Well, this is an odd move since the cover of the game clearly shows him holding a fucking gun.
Do I need to repeat myself? Apparently I do. There is a fucking gun at the very beginning of the level. And it's not that hard to see it either. I mean, oh my god. Just use your eyes, and you will easily see the gun.
So I guess I'll just have to beat these guys down with my fists of fury.
Why do I have the feeling that he stole this from someone else?
But if you think these are gonna save your ass, then think again, because they're actually worthless.
And that is why you should have picked up the gun at the beginning of the level. It's not that hard to find it.
The worst thing about using your fists is that your attack range is very limited, and to make the gameplay more frustrating, they don't even allow you to punch anything while in the crouching position. What the hell?
I will admit that is a legit point. While you can shoot someone while in crouching position, it's still bullshit that you can't punch someone while doing that. So if you don't have a gun, then you're pretty much fucked.
This makes killing these smaller enemies impossible.
Not exactly true. You can kill them when you have a gun, but it's still a pain in the ass that you can't punch them while in crouching position.
And while we're at it, why the hell is Arnold running around in a pink uniform? Has the military gone fucking colorblind?
Oh my god. Who the hell cares how you're dressed up? Okay, I will admit that it is pretty silly that he is in a pink uniform. But still, how the hell does this affect the gameplay? It doesn't, so you're just nitpicking.
Who wears pink uniforms on covert operations? No wonder everybody's trying to kill the guy. He sticks out worse than a sore thumb. Hell, I'm getting yours just to kill the guy myself.
Doubt the enemies will kill a guy simply because they look silly. Laughing at them? Yeah, sure. But killing someone for looking silly? That's just ridiculous, man.
Now, just in case you're wondering, yes, there are weapons in this game, but you have to actually go out of your way just to pick them up. Like these grenades down here, for instance, which turn out to be the shittiest weapon in the game.
Yeah, I will admit that the grenades really suck. But I am not going to explain how, because, well, Boris is already going to tell us why those grenades suck right about now.
The main problem is that they don't explode on impact, or upon landing, and since the enemies are always running around, trying to kill them becomes harder than a 2-week-old piece of shit. Even trying to blow up a simple wall becomes a complicated mess.
Alright, another leaked point by the Irategamer. I will admit that those grenades really do suck, especially if you're trying to kill enemies that walk fast. But if you're trying to kill enemies that walk slowly, or enemies that don't move at all, it is pretty easy to kill them with a grenade. But it still can be hard killing those guys. And yes, it is frustrating to blow up those walls. But it's not impossible. If you walk all the way to the wall and then use the grenade, then you can blow up the wall. But I will agree with you here. The grenades are pretty frustrating to use.
Since the blast radius of these grenades are so small, you're only able to blow up one block at a time. And if you toss in another one, it just blows up the block right next to it. So how is this a useful weapon? What the shit, muchacho? These grenades just really suck ass. Or should I be saying these pines suck ass?
I agree. They do suck ass.
Now if you're looking for a real weapon to fight with, you'll finally be able to pick a gun up in level 3. I'm not sure why this doesn't appear earlier in the game, but the way they treat it as a special item that you have to randomly find just pisses me off.
Come on, Chris. At least you got some powerful weapon. Why are you complaining about the fact that you have to pick it up? How else are you gonna get it? I mean, seriously, that's just nitpicking.
And did I just read that correctly? This is a laser gun? When the hell did Arnold use a laser gun in the movie?
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't answer that. But I will tell you that usually video games don't follow the movie.
Well, I'm not sure which weapon sounds more ridiculous, the laser gun or the pine.
Well, I can tell you right away that the laser gun is a whole lot fucking better. In fact, in my opinion, it's the best weapon in the game.
How about giving me a boot so I can shove it up someone's ass?
How the hell would a boot be a great weapon? I think that would just have the same fucking effect as punching someone. So I don't think it would be a good weapon at all.
Now the most frustrating thing about this game is that after you go through all the trouble of acquiring your weapons, they then take them all away once you complete the level. What the hell's up with that? Why do I have to go through the extra aggravation of having to recollect items I already had in the first place?
Well, it's something called challenge, but apparently you hate challenge. So, yeah.
It's bad enough I had to go out and find the gun, but now I've got to go and find it again? What a shit flipper! This game just keeps getting worse and worse.
Great special effect there, boys.
The only positive thing I can say about this game is that they give you a very large pyrometer to start off with. But even having a meter twice that size won't be able to save you from the crazy shit that lies ahead.
Yeah, I will admit, there are many enemies. But I really don't have a problem with the enemies, because I can use save states. But then again, I bet it would be very frustrating on a real NES without save states, since those enemies can't be a real pain in the ass.
Once you reach the third level, make sure you tread lightly here, because if you're not careful, you'll fall right through the fucking landscape. Damn it!
Well, I will admit, this is a problem, especially on a real NES.
Half the blocks in this level aren't even solid, and you only find out which ones aren't after it's too late.
You know what, guys? I have to admit, I actually am surprised at how many leaked points he makes in this video. Usually, he doesn't make many good points, but this video has a surprising large amount of leaked points. You know what? This review isn't bad at all. It's actually very entertaining.
And the worst part is that this level is filled with the most ridiculous enemies I've ever seen. Things like jellyfish, ghosts, amoebas, and seahorses.
Yeah, I will admit that the selection of enemies is very ridiculous. But isn't the selection of enemies ridiculous in most games?
all which is not even found in the fucking movie.
No shit, Sherlock! It's an adaptation!
These things aren't even found in a normal cave for that matter. Wouldn't it have made more sense to use enemies like bats or snakes? I mean, hell, if we're just gonna pick things at random here, why don't we add some cows? Or sharks? Or Richard Simmons' workout tape for the hell of it?
I would be a hypocrite if I said that this is a bad joke. Because my favorite show, Family Guy, has a lot of random references. But here's the difference though. Family Guy is a comedy show, and the intention of a comedy show is to make us laugh. So, random shit is understandable in Family Guy. However, the video I'm commentating on is supposed to be a game review. And random shit like this just doesn't fit very well in a game review.
At the end of level 4, you finally meet up with the Predator, and he shouldn't be too hard to kill. Unless you forgot to pick up the laser gun a few screens back. I mean, all you had to do was fall in the correct place, make a series of jumps without falling, and make it past 3 enemy-filled screens without dying. Shit! And you better hope that you can grab the gun, because just throwing grenades at the guy has no effect. Neither does your overrated Fists of Fury.
How the hell are the Fists of Fury overrated? Please explain that to me, boys.
So, after you successfully kill the Predator, does that mean you win and the game is over? Well, not quite. Yeah, there was only one Predator in the movie, but unfortunately, they decided to add 10 extra Predators to the game for you to kill.
If there was only one Predator in the game would be too short.
I mean, shit, 10 extra Predators? Makes you wonder if anybody working on the game actually saw this movie. You ever get the feeling like you're being watched?
All the time.
Another thing that just pisses me off is all the precision jumping you have to do in this game. Just about every level has a row of small ledges that you have to jump across in order to reach the end.
Okay, I am going to admit that this is Chris Bohr's best review because it has surprisingly good amount of leaked points. Now this isn't a problem for me because I have save states, so I can just try again from the previous platform. However, I can't imagine this being extremely frustrating to people who don't use save states and are using an actual NES. And not to mention, the controls sometimes feel slippery. So this can be very, very frustrating. So, yeah. Great job, Chris. You made another leaked point, and I'm not being sarcastic here, I really mean it. This is an awesome review. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually found a review by Chris Bohr that's actually an awesome one. Wow, man. I am surprised.
In this screen alone, there are 9 small platforms that you have to jump on. Above that screen is an area with 8 ledges, and above that is another with 10. So that means if at any point you make the slightest mistake while climbing up these ledges, you fall down below. Overjump your target, you fall down below. Underjump your target, you fall down below. An enemy hits you, you fall down below. And all my hard work up until this point goes right down the fucking tubes.
I agree, especially since it can sometimes feel slippery.
And it's a long way down, buddy. Who knows where the hell you'll turn up.
What the hell was that?
I have no fucking idea.
This game has over 30 levels to explore, and for some reason, a few of these have been called Level Big Mode. And I guess it's called that because everything is big in this level.
Well, duh!
Well heck, if we're going to start labeling these levels for what they really are, let's just call a few of these stages level piece of fucking shit.
Admit, I personally found that joke to be pretty clever.
And we can start by renaming this level. Your objective here is to pick up the grenades and use them to blast through these walls to get power-ups and special weapons. Now, this would be a hell of a lot easier to do if all these enemies weren't trying to kill me.
Of course the enemies are trying to kill you. What else do you expect them to do?
Just look at this shit. Damn blocks, damn enemies, shit! And no matter how many times you kill the guys, they just come right back to life.
Yes, I will admit that it is a problem, especially since it can get very frustrating.
What the fuck? Get away from me! Ah! You fucker, I'll kill you!
Did he actually break that controller? Wow.
What a piece of shit this game is!
Well, I actually found this game to be pretty good. But then again, I used an emulator and a save state. But I would agree that this game would be a piece of shit if you actually had to play it on an ordinary NES.
It's not even close to the movie.
Well, since it is a video game adaptation, yeah, it isn't close to the movie. Usually video game adaptations aren't.
Well, this game sucks. And just don't go near the thing because it absolutely... What the hell?
And here comes an epic battle.
Uh-oh! What the hell?
Are you serious? Really? Are you trying to be serious with this? That Predator costume looks so fucking lame that I just wanna laugh. I'm sorry, but I can't help laughing at that ridiculous Predator costume. I mean, really. Couldn't you do anything better than this? That costume looks so lame. the hell isn't the Predator trying to fight back? Not only is this Predator costume lame, but this Predator is lame as well. Wow. If you want this battle to be epic, at least make that Predator fight back! Lame explosion effect for the fail. So what's my final thoughts on this review? Well, I am going to say that this is definitely Chris Bohr's best review. And I am not being sarcastic here. I really think that this review was done well. I mean, he did bring up a lot of great points. And I am actually surprised that Chris managed to make so many great points. Yes, sure, there were some lame jokes here and there. But overall, this video was done well, and Chris Bohr did bring up a lot of great points. What's my next commentary going to be about? Well, it will be on none other than Shane Davison. You heard me correctly. I am going to do a commentary on Shane Davison. So see you guys in the next commentary. Thank you for watching and have a great day.